Strike over.
Strike is over. Yay. That's awesome. We did so much. We helped so much.
We didn't do shit, and you fucking know it. If anything, we made it harder.
Very
Eddie kept saying that
gratefully-
these goddamn crybaby actors deserve to lose their money. I don't know why.
I mean, some of them do deserve to lose their money. Woody Allen deserves to lose his money. I'm going on record saying that.
Jesus.
Who's the guy, John Lemansky? Is he the one that, like, can't film movies in the U.S.? Is that the one?
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. That dude deserves to lose
He's the one
money,
that's bad. Well, if he gets in the U.S. soil, he's gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
They should pretend that they pardoned him just to get him on U.S. soil and then arrest
But
him.
man, the pianist. No, because that would be entrapment.
Yeah.
I mean, what jury's gonna let him go? Hey, this guy's a pedophile. Are we gonna overlook this? Whatever. Anyway, strike is over. Actors got most of what they wanted. They got $2 billion worth of increases for the little guys. And very, 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 very limited use of AI, which I'm happy about.
Yep. So that's great. It's great news, which means that we can finally, talk about something else at the beginning of these episodes. And I can just imagine, just before we jump into talking about the Marvels, the strike literally ended like the day before the movie came out, I think. Like I believe it was the Wednesday or the Thursday or something. And I can imagine like poor Brie Larson just like laying in bed and then just waking up at 6 a.m. with like Kevin Feige in front of her with like a fire extinguisher, like, get up, bitch! It's time. Like,
start promoting, motherfucker, because ain't no one else gonna do your movie.
Yeah, like get the fuck up, bitch! Like,
we need help.
Like, come on, you gotta be at Busted with those puppies at 2. You gotta be eating those hot wings by 5. You gotta be answering those Google questions by 8. Like, come on, time is money.
Because I'd say the Marvels is pretty damn good. It's an enjoyable movie.
We're gonna jump into that. We're gonna jump into that because I am also like shocked by you of all people saying that. So
me?
It's gonna be interesting.
But I didn't hate Captain Marvel. I can see why people didn't like it because it's kind of hard to like a movie that's sandwiched between fucking Infinity War and Endgame and like, hey, like this new character.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't hate Captain Marvel. There were some pacing issues I thought were like meh, but like I thought overall it was like a B-.
Interesting. Did not know that about you. All right. Should we just fucking jump into it? Like, I feel like we might as well.
Fuck it.
So we'll have any
someone hit the intro.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
I'm Eddie.
Somebody exists.
And
please.
I'm Ferny.
Reviewing the Marvels, and this is the rollback. Higher, further, faster, together. Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. But unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe when her duties send her to an enormous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary. Her powers become entangled with that of Jersey City's superfan Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and Carol's estranged niece, now Saber astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe. So we have the new MCU movie directed by Nia DaCosta, who previously directed the indie drama Little Woods and the Candyman resequel. And we have the Marvels starring Brie Larson, Teyonah Parris, Iman Vellani, and Samuel L. Jackson and other colorful characters. So, coming in from, this is phase 6 or phase 5? We're in phase 5. Still,
phase 5.
I think. Yeah, we're still in phase 5. We're setting up more of what this universe is going through. And this movie had, a lot of things against it. It was happening right in between both the strikes. Literally, the strikes ended and the movie came out. So there was very little to promote it. It's coming right up the heat of not very successful MCU movies, between things like Ant-Man and stuff. And also, we're in the midst of maybe superhero fatigue. We don't know. And
Only
what I
superhero
think,
fatigue because DC keeps sucking.
yeah. And
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dito.
just
It's
throw
not
it out there. Go
wrong.
ahead.
and here's the thing. My biggest thing with this movie is it feels like antithesis. One, it's very short. It's like an hour and 40. Probably the shortest MCU movie ever. And it's so stupidly fun. And it doesn't spend a lot of time trying to like introduce you to new characters. On the contrary, it's doing the thing that this phase should be doing by now, which is, oh, we've already introduced all these characters, let's just mash them together, which is a great thing because this movie kind of only works, it's only accessible if you've seen WandaVision, if you've seen Miss Marvel, and if you've seen a summary of Secret Invasion, because nobody's gonna watch that shit. And so here we are. We have the Marvels. We have a trio. We have a Sam Jackson back. I had a fucking blast with this. I referred to this in the chat. I said this is the most harmless, weirdly, like the most harmless MCU movie that's ever been made. Like it presents a story that starts and ends with the movie. It does set up a couple things going forward, but there are things that can very easily be like, okay, we can wait to see where that goes. But I liked it. I very much like what I got here. It's not perfect, of course. It's not perfect. We'll get to the negative points, but overall, I had a pretty fun time. Who wants to go next?
Ferny?
I remember seeing the trailers, and the trailers really had me thinking, like, I just don't know how this movie's gonna do. Like, because the trailers, I don't know, there's just something about the trailer that wasn't doing it for me. Like, I don't know, I got that weird feeling of like, it's just like the trailer doesn't make it work. But seeing the movie, I was like, oh shit, it's actually pretty fucking fun. Kamala Khan, I tried watching the Miss Marvel. I tried my hardest. Couldn't do it. It's not for me. It's not made for me. It's not because I didn't like it. Just it's not my bag. Can't do it. Kamala Khan, loved her in this movie. She's great. She's a breath of fresh air in this movie. It's funny seeing like the fangirl little actor, like fangirling over Captain Marvel. And what is Monica Rambeau's superhero name?
Photon.
Proton?
Well, they
Photon.
didn't land it in the movie. I thought it was gonna end up being Professor Marvel, so that way they could all share the Marvel
I
moniker.
thought Dr. Marvel
but
was cool though.
Dr. Marvel was cool. Professor Marvel, I think I like most. I believe they didn't land on a name because in the comics she does become Captain Marvel, so they were just put like something else on the side. So,
But yeah, like I thought it was just a really fun movie. Like just even the villain wasn't too crazy, wasn't too over the top. You could sympathize with the villain. Overall, just really good movie. I enjoyed it. From beginning to end, there wasn't really a part that I was like checking my watch, like, all right, is this fucking over yet, or not? But no, like, and it wasn't too like long. It wasn't too short. I felt like it was a good paced movie. Definitely looking forward to adding it to my Marvel collection. I think honest to God, the only Marvel movie that I'm kind of like, at owning is probably Eternals.
Ah.
It's just so, it feels so out of place. I know that they were trying to go for something different, but now Marvel does this sneaky shit of like, or not sneaky shit. It's just we don't know if Eternals is gonna keep being a thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they have
no
not
one
confirmed a
knows.
sequel for that one.
Yeah, no one knows if it's gonna continue being a thing. One, it's never been addressed. on any of the other Marvel movies. They had a giant fucking Eternal pop out of the ocean. And
Uh,
it's never been addressed.
so and Berman, this is coming from Oswald. He said that
From who?
Patton Oswalt.
Oh, Patton Oswalt. Okay.
He has said that as far as he is aware, there's not sequel in development, and that yeah, he's not aware of anything that like anything's coming from the Eternals. Bear
You
in
know
mind,
what?
it's been 2 years and they have not commented on it at all.
But
You know
but
what?
yeah, like before we get into like Eternal talk, before like that, yeah, like the Marvels, great fucking movie, great sequel. That's usually not something that people normally say around Marvel movies. Usually the sequel has a bad habit of falling flat, but this one I thought was really solid. Now
Yeah.
we can continue on Eternals.
Well,
what I was gonna say about Eternals is that I've heard that comment a lot of like, why haven't they addressed the hand? Where there's a hand. This is a world where what?
They are in Captain America. I'm sorry, keep going. I'll mention it.
Okay, that we'll know when we see it. But what I was gonna say is, there's been trippy shit after trippy shit happen in this universe. I think people just saw the hand and just went like, well, it's fucking Tuesday. Like what else? Like, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't like bother me too much. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The ending of that movie teased Blade. We'll see if that movie even ends up
God
being
knows
made.
if that one's ever gonna get made because like the director left.
Yeah, they got someone else, so they're starting up again.
Hey,
Eddie, what do you think of the Marvels? I believe in the group chat you used the word cringe.
Yeah,
You use
at the very end.
cringe?
At the very at the very end when Kamala Khan is trying to recruit Kate Bishop and she's like pulling like a Nick Fury, I'm just like, oh, this is something like a 14-year-old would think is cool.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
she's 16.
what
That's
she
what
is.
she's
get
supposed
it.
to
No,
do.
I get it. It just doesn't make it any less cringe. Like I'm not bashing the actress that plays Kamala Harris. I'm just saying like
Kamala
Kamala Khan.
Kamala
Kamala Khan. I'm
Harris.
sorry, Kamala
This
Khan.
is a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
presidential race.
My bad. Look, I'm not bashing Kamala Khan or her actress. I'm just saying that shit was really cringe. But it feels authentic because that's what a fucking 14-year-old would do. Like,
you know what? You know what's really funny? You know what's really funny about that specific? I wanted to address this later, but now we might as well. So the movie ends with Kamala Khan recruiting Kate Bishop from the Hawkeye show to basically start the Young Avengers or New Avengers or whatever. And here's what's really funny about that scene is that she's basically mirroring Nick Fury from the ending of the first Iron Man. We all know that. The only two people that were there when that happened was Iron Man and Nick Fury. And Iron Man's dead. So that means that Kamala Khan had to go up to Nick Fury and be like, can you tell me the story of like how you recruited them? And Nick Fury being like, oh yeah, totally. Like, I'll tell you. And then her going and be like, I'm going to just do that again. Which I think it's, as a visual, it's super funny. Like, just imagining that happen.
Can we also talk about how this is like the most non-Nick Fury that we've ever had?
Or the most. Weirdly, he's the most relaxed he's been in this one.
Well, yeah, like he's like not Nick Fury at all anymore. He's just kind of like, whatever fucking happens.
He's
so
for a cup of
chillaxed
coffee, man. He's barely there at all. It's weird.
He's so chillaxed in this. Like he says it's singer after singer, just like one-liner after one-liner. Like I don't think he had one serious moment in the whole movie. And I'm not saying this is a negative. I was having a fucking blast. There's a great scene where they're escaping in an escape pod, and Kamala's brother is like praying, and he goes like, "Are you praying right now?" He's like, "Yes."
Like, no, fuck, motherfucker, keep going.
Keep going. We've got to need all the help that we can get. Like the whole movie just filled of those scenes. Yeah.
You know, this movie, and again, without attempting to bash it, this is not like they're trying to hit it.
I feel like you're trying
to bash it. This movie
was
harmless, but it felt like the most inconsequential movie, but has consequences. It's weird because I want Marvel movies to have consequences that are going to be long term. I I hate it when the movie starts and ends and nothing changes. This
Yes,
movie,
because we all know that DC's famous for
of course, the
those
DC. Yeah, go on. Get the
consequential
DC quips out.
movies.
Come on, come on, go on, go on.
I just find it ironic,
Come on,
Eddie.
keep going, keep going.
I'm just saying it's kind of
Come on,
ironic.
come on, keep it, come on, keep going.
Jeez, don't get your tits in a tussle.
The what? The what? The what, Fernie? My ball sack? What? Okay.
It's your balls. What's
Look,
your
now
fixation on balls?
as far as the
You
Marvels are
weirdo.
concerned, it's weird because it's like normally
Someone gets a
I
haircut and
want
they
I
think
always
they're all
want
brand new.
fuck yeah. So it's weird because I would expect what the thing that always bugged me about the old Marvel movies was that they ended with it feeling like there was no big change to the world. In this one, it's weird because it ends and I feel like there's no big change, but there are. We have the Marvels, the team essentially splits up. Captain Marvel, I think, is staying on Earth. Kamala Harris is forming the Young Avengers.
Don.
Huh? Khan. Sorry,
Khan, you
fuck. I'm sorry.
goddamn racist.
I'm used to saying the other fucking last name. I'm sorry. Kamala Khan is forming the Young
How
Avengers.
often do you use that name on a daily basis?
Not
Where
that
is
often,
Kamala
but I don't-
Harris? Nobody has seen her since she got
I
elected.
also don't use the word
Where
Kamala
is
Khan
she?
very often. I didn't watch the goddamn show and I tried. That said, though, and then we have Monica Rambeau, who ends up in another fucking universe, and we get our first exposure of the X-Men,
Yeah.
which
And
is like,
it's interesting to wonder if it's Fox X-Men because Kelsey Grammer, spoiler alert, comes back as another
Beast.
iteration of
a
Beast. He's been iterized as Beast like what 3 times already? This is the 3rd time?
I think he's
I
only
think
been Beast
second.
once.
Twice.
I
X-Men
think
3, X-Men, no?
X-Men
just
3 and then
Days of
Days of
Future
Future
Past.
Past. Yeah.
Yeah, at the ending.
So
Oh,
this is
shit.
the 3rd one.
I stand
Yeah.
Except
corrected.
this
Okay,
time he's
fair
all
enough.
CGI.
Yeah, I didn't love that. I think look, Kelsey Grammer as Beast is one of the most unique and perfect comic book castings of all time. Because if you see X3, him and the makeup and the voice and the mannerisms and how he would hang upside down, he was so locked in. He was perfect. And seeing him in CGI, I don't know. It's not the same. It was cool. It was cool to see him again because his face and voice, they're so unique. But
I don't think
I
his
don't
look is
know.
locked in. I don't think his look is locked in, though.
It was
'cause
just for like a one scene, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like we've seen them like fucking Thor looked nothing like by the end of Thor Ragnarok, he did not look anything like Thor from like the beginning of Thor 1. So I think we can make an exception there.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, yeah, because this movie actually has legitimate consequences that I think we're gonna feel. Unfortunately, like it's weird because this movie didn't perform as well as they were hoping. It only made $110 million.
That's half its budget.
Hey,
That's
don't
more
say
than
that
half
as a
its
fucking
budget.
DC fan, bro. You
And
wish
it's
for
been
140 million.
it's been
No, I do
it's
wish.
been
I
like
do
a-
wish. I do wish.
The thing is
But-
that it's been a weekend and the movie already made half its budget back. I mean, sure, the first weekend is the biggest moneymaker that a movie's gonna have, always. But I weirdly enough see this one having legs because you said it yourself, consequences. I think so. They already announced that the only MCU movie coming out next year is Deadpool 3. It's the only MCU movie.
I was going to talk about that too. Yeah,
And I think before watching this movie, I was like, how the hell are they going to incorporate that? It's going to be impossible. After seeing this movie, I am calm. I am serene. I am like, they got this. They know what they're doing. They're going to find a way to make it work. And I think it's going to be impossible to watch Deadpool 3 without watching this one.
I love the fact that they're pulling. So one of the criticisms, and I am amongst them, I'll admit that, is oversaturation, I think, of Marvel. Like between all the shows, all the movies, and everything, I feel like they're propping up Disney Plus with Marvel TV shows and the movies and all that stuff, the specials. I feel like the oversaturation has kind of poisoned the well just a little bit, and I feel like, to their credit, Kevin Feige, Marvel, and Disney are kind of pausing a lot of Marvel projects for a long release window. We're going to get 14 months where we only get one Marvel film, and that's Deadpool. In 2024, we're only getting one DC film, and that's Joker. You know how fucking nuts that is?
I mean, Eddie, you know why?
On the DC side or the Marvel side?
On both sides.
Both.
Oh, I know the right. No, I'm well aware, but I think it's a good thing. I'm not shitting
Okay,
on
I'm
it.
just making sure because I feel like you were asking a question into the universe, like why God, why? And it's
No,
like,
I think that's a good thing. Look, man, I
and like the
fucking
universe
look
is
at my
there holding
shelf.
a sign with the answer.
Look at my shelf right there. Look at how much of a superhero fan I am. God damn it. That
Yes, Eddie, I
said,
know, we know.
I love the fact that they're slowing down to give
Yes.
everyone like a refresher.
Oh, I thought you
I
mean to give DC a chance to catch up.
probably that too. But like 4 films, the only thing that makes me slightly nervous is 4 films in 2025. But you know what? I hope they're all good. I don't
Well,
wish
think
Marvel
about
to fail.
I thought it was because like of the actor strike. I mean, it slowed down a lot of production, so
It definitely helped because they fucking threw they had filmed like half of the new Daredevil show, and they just threw it in the trash. They're gonna start from scratch, and the strike gave them some time to think about that. I support this. I think there should be more time between this. You notice we missed it because look, I have seen every MCU project. I did not stop except for Secret Invasion. That's the only one that I straight up could not do. But I watched all of the other ones. I saw the movies. I saw the shows. I think I'm the only one here who saw the full Miss Marvel show, which I did like. I did like. Lacked a little bit in the middle, but I finished really strong. Um,
wait, which show? Miss Marvel?
yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I tried watching Secret Invasion. I watched it all the way through. It was okay. It was it felt off.
Yeah,
The
something
thing,
about it just fell completely off. But
the
that's
the
it.
thing is, Secret Invasion, the comic storyline is so fucking different. It's not even close. Like,
Yeah.
it hurts.
Yeah, and honestly, seeing Sam Jackson in there and then here as the same character, it felt like Whiplash. Like it feels like a completely different character, but in a fun way. Like the thing is that this movie, we all said it. It's harmless. It's a harmless movie that kind of injects a little bit of that fun back into the MCU. It doesn't feel like a world-ending catastrophic disaster like the adventure that was, Ant-Man 3. And in this one, for example, like we have a lot of action scenes in this movie that are during the day, and I can see what the fuck is happening. And the outfits that they're wearing, they're like colorful. Like there's so much color in this comic book movie. When they're flashing around, when they're jumping through different time circles or whatever they're called. They did the same thing in Guardians too. They brought that back. I like that this movie has a lot of attitude and personality and color. And also does a couple of really unique original things, like when they get to that, there's this whole sequence where they go to this world that's 97% water, and Captain Marvel is mentioning like, okay, I have to hide, they can't see me, I'm kind of a celebrity here. And then not only like does she have to tell this whole story about how she's married to like the prince of that world, but also their language is singing.
Oh God.
And I thought that was so unique. Like I've never seen something like that. Like we've seen worlds where like they speak other languages or they speak an accent, but like speaking, singing, and they know what's happening. Like that's never seen that before. You
Not
know?
gonna lie, I hated that part. Not gonna lie, that was the only part I was
Why?
like,
Why do you two hate Fawn so much?
Wait, what?
Like,
I didn't like that part. I didn't like the singing.
What,
I'm
the
sorry.
singing part?
I didn't like it.
I thought it was
why?
funny.
I don't know. Maybe I hate fun. Am I becoming the Debbie Downer here?
I don't know, dude. I think you just hate Marvel shit because you're so fucking depressed about DC.
I don't.
Eddie,
Hold on.
I hope
I
you know
love
I'm
Guardians of the
kidding. Please don't
Galaxy.
get upset.
I liked some parts of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I actually really did like Wakanda Forever. I liked Love and Thunder. I could see the faults. I don't like singing in my movies. I am anti-musical. I'm sorry. I just am.
Oh, okay. So when you go see the Joker sequel and you come back and be like, "Oh my god, it was so artsy, it was so beautiful."
I'm gonna be a
it
big
was the
fucking
most,
hypocrite.
yeah.
I'm gonna be a
Like-
big fucking hypocrite. You're not gonna put me in a corner, Chema. I am shameless in that way. I am more flipping than a goddamn flapjack. So fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
Now that said, the Marvels, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess, but
It's a B
I don't
for
know.
me. Like
I don't know. I feel like I'm not asking everyone to like love it or give it 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10, A+, whatever. But I feel like the flaws in this, like my only flaw with this movie is that I think the beginning is a little rocky. Like I think it jumps a little too fast between the three of them, and it doesn't really give us time to breathe. And I don't think the cohesion of them getting together until it finally happens, because when it does, it's really great. But I think it's a little spiraled at the beginning. But when it finally sets, I found it super enjoyable. Like it's a super thrill-falling ride. I like how we even got like we don't like they need to like learn how to work with each other, use their powers in a way that they don't switch places. And we get a goddamn old school training montage with a Beastie Boys song on it. And when we see them like actually learning each other's rhythm and how they work and what their timing is so that they can find ways to work together. It make them have really good chemistry, and a movie that's being sold on the chemistry, it was pretty good, pretty locked in.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
Um,
like the chemistry between all three of them. I thought they all had really great chemistry with each other. I really was curious on how it was gonna work, and just like I was like, I mean, Kamala's like super young in the movie, of course, and then like Monica's in her own shit about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's in her own shit about Monica. Like it was all just really like I'm curious as to how this is going to work. And but I mean, it all really gelled quite nicely, surprisingly.
I like the. I agree with you guys there. The easily the highlight of the film is the chemistry between the three leads. And they each have their own unique dynamic to each other. Kamala Harris has like her fangirl
Khan.
Kamala
crush.
Khan, God damn it!
God damn it, Kamala Khan, fucking Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel has her crush on Captain Marvel. I like that. I appreciate that. She looks up to her. She's a fangirl. Like that. But then we get the complicated relationship between Monica Rambeau and Carol Danvers. You know, my aunt. Where the fuck were you? I understand why they didn't do this. Part of me kind of wishes Captain Marvel, I don't want to say put her in her place, but would tell her, look, I had to go save literally planets. I'm sorry I couldn't fucking be here, but I saved billions of lives. Like, grow the fuck up. You're an adult. You should know
That's not
that.
why she didn't come back though.
I know part of
I'm
it
sure
was
you
she
would say
couldn't
the
face
same
her.
thing to your
I
fucking
know
dad.
she couldn't face her.
If your
I know
dad just took off.
It's because of shame. Yeah.
I know, but I feel like she has an out in saying that part. Like,
I'm
I'm
sure
sorry.
you would say that to your dad. All right, Dad. Thanks for taking off. I know you went to go save a planet. I fucking forgive you.
I wouldn't forgive it, but that's my cross to bear. I'm sorry.
And
I wanted a parent.
you have the weirdest hills that you want to die on.
No, I just came in ready to fight, man. It was Monday and it was a bitch today. So let's go. Let's jump. Let's fight. But
It's a
no,
bitch
no.
for you. I deal with fifth graders. They're not even
Also,
teenagers. They're preteens and they're idiots.
I hear it in your voice that you were yelling at them today.
No, I'm sick. I just lost my voice.
Oh, okay. I thought you were yelling
Jesus
at them.
Christ.
So okay. So what did y'all think of the villain? I'm not the greatest, but not the worst, I think.
I think she was better than she. Who the fuck does she remind me of? God damn it. I'm lost. You keep going. I'll see if I can remember.
So her name was Darven, and she's played by Sawi Ashton, who has been in movies like Nocturnal Animals and Velvet Buzzsaw, and that weird
Buzzsaw. That sounds familiar.
that's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal where he does like the art thingy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was a weird
Yes,
movie.
it was a very weird movie. Yeah, so she's that's what she's mostly known for. I thought she was okay. Honestly, I kind of forgot about her every once in a while, but I do like how they do something in this movie that they haven't really done with other Marvel villains, which is by the end, they offer her like a peaceful solution. They're like, "Oh, you want your son back? She can bring your son back." And then there's like a weird moment where she like almost thinks about it. like you can almost see like through her mind, she's just going like, well, I went this far to kill her. Like I might as
Nah,
well, you know.
well, oh, I feel
Yeah.
like though she has a leg to stand on because she's like, wait, so you're telling me the bitch that caused the problem is gonna fix it? Nah,
Yeah.
don't trust her. She literally blasted me once for no good fucking reason and buried me under rubble. So you know what? Nah, I'm not chancing it. I'm saving my people. Fuck off. Because we all know if that was a human versus a group of aliens, we'd all be rooting for the human. Come on.
I don't know about that.
But I do think it's interesting that they're presenting sort of as a villain the leader of a group of refugees. I'm like, wait a second. Like, Civil War, she's just trying to get her planet back into a good space. I mean, I see where the villain's coming from in this one. Like, she's bad guy, but she's not completely bad guy. She gives
Yeah.
the scrolls a warning, like, hey, y'all need to evacuate because I'm about to take your atmosphere. Like, heads up.
Yeah.
Does she
No,
take
she
all the
fucking
water?
takes it. Goddamn bitch over here.
I don't
Does
think
she
she took
take
all the water.
She
Yeah.
just took some of the water, right?
Just some, because I think she got interrupted. So, because then she was gonna go steal the sun, which is pretty insane. Not since
Pretty
Despicable
standard.
Me had a villain try to steal a thing from the sky. I mean, she's fine. I honestly, in a movie like this, I don't care about the villain. I was just here for the chemistry, for the fun, for the space adventure, and for the cats. God damn, I do like cats, and this movie just gave me
I,
so
I
many
did
of them.
like though how she was just like, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you even if you don't listen.
What do you mean?
And well, like with the Tarnax, that's what it's called, or
Yeah,
Tamax, whatever the fuck that
The
planet
one
was
the one
called.
where Carol is queen?
No, the other one, the one with the scrolls.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think you're right. I think it was Tarmax.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm going to kill you, and then that's it. And she just starts fucking killing people.
She This movie also weirdly glosses over a hard lesson that Kamala Khan will one day have to learn. Caught that one.
Uh-huh.
That Kamala Khan will have to learn. And I'm really gonna feel bad when it hits the fan. Because they're trying to get all the refugees out. They're trying to get all the scrolls out. And at one point she's saying like there's still more people, and Captain Marvel has to tell her we need to save who we can. Like that's a dark thing, and you see the bodies. Like I wasn't watching the ship take off. I was watching the floor to see do they have the balls? They do, and you still see people running as the planet's dying and collapsing. Like you see the bodies. This movie ends with Miss Marvel all happy-go-lucky. I'm wondering when she's gonna have her No Way Home moment where she gets broken. It's gonna be sad when that happens. Like I'm gonna feel bad.
yeah, but I'd rather have like a couple of movies before that happens, because I
And
think
we should.
yeah, and I think what that moment that you mentioned where Captain Marvel is like, we can't save everyone. That moment was so necessary because it needed to humanize her in Kamala's eyes. Because Kamala just saw a
Idol.
superhero, an idol, and that pedestal needed to be broken in order for Kamala to stand next to her and not behind her.
I think also up to her at one point. Remember, she pulls her out of a fight at some point,
Oh yeah,
and
too.
and Marvel even tells her like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she says, "I made a judgment call the same way you did. Like
Yeah.
the fuck you want." Which is crazy because she's playing with characters that are much older, much more experienced, much more battle hardened than her. So for her to stand up for herself, good on you, kid.
It's I think she's injecting so much new youthful energy, like kind of the same energy that Tom Holland brought back in Civil War. Uh I feel like little by little, and that I think that's what they're teasing by the end. Because she goes up to Kate Bishop from Hawkeye, who's gonna be the new Hawkeye. She even mentions like we should put a team together. I heard Ant-Man has a daughter. Like they're little by little giving these stories back to the younger generation. They're giving them back to kids who
Yeah.
were the first people that consumed these stories. I think it's a passing of the torch that's not just in the movie, but also to like this whole genre. This whole genre needs to be reborn again because we got so used to the previous incarnation of the Avengers that we need new blood, and it's gonna have to come from somewhere. And it goes also behind the scenes, because I don't know if y'all have heard the stories, but Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, she is like a diehard fanatic, up to the point where she has had like toe-to-toe fights with Kevin Feige regarding the canon, because
Oh shit!
she keeps correcting them. So it's pretty funny that like Feige will be like, yeah, so our universe is it's on Earth 313, and then she'll be like, actually, it's Earth 606. This was established, and you should know it. She's on his ass constantly, and Feige is like, we'll just not invite her to the premieres anymore. Like it's becoming an issue. It's been pretty funny. So, and also like she's become she's been a fan of this character. Like she has shown pictures of her dressing up as this character for Halloween. Right now, she's writing the new Miss Marvel comic book issues. Like she's so involved. She's gonna like at some point this whole franchise might end up not in both of her shoulders, but at least one. So I like that this movie was like I love her show, but I like that this movie. What everyone is saying about this movie is that she's like the star. She is like the
She's the
standout
highlight.
of the movie. She is the highlight of the movie. And if she's gonna be the one that's gonna be gathering up the new Avengers, I'm in. Like I want to see where it goes. And after the movie ending two ways, the movie ending with her gathering up the new Avengers, and with Rambeau was stuck in another universe where the X-Men are, for the first time in so long in a Marvel project, I got like the chills. Like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? Like for the first time in both like the human and the cosmic side, I am so stoked. I cannot wait to see how it goes. And for the first time, I'm hyped to see. I cannot, for the first time, I cannot wait to see what happens next. Because for the past couple of years, I was like, oh, I mean, I'll see the next one when it comes out, but whatever. Like it's been so long since I've been like
Excited.
excited, not checking social media, avoiding spoilers, and that feeling of like calmness when you sit down in the theater and like the trailer started, you're like, I made it, I'm safe, I'm not gonna get spoiled. For the first time I feel like that again, and I'm glad that this movie did that for me.
Right?
You know, going to this movie, I didn't really have high expectations. I was like, oh, this movie could go either way. Um, but I was happy that this movie went well. Um, because I mean, yes, there is that thing of, I mean, superhero fatigue. It happens. I mean, it just happens when something is so successful that they're just like, hey, we're making money off this. Let's keep going. Let's keep pumping them out. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's just what happens. That is what they do. And I was happy to see that this movie was fun. I didn't at any point look at my hand and be like, oh, well, fucking time is up. I'm fucking tired. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, it was actually pretty fun. I like the end credit scenes. We get to see Kate Bishop again. We finally get more X-Men, because that's what everyone's been wanting since Marvel has bought X-Men. Especially seeing the fucking the teaser images from Deadpool 3. Um, so it was nice to see that. I'm curious to see how X-Men is gonna work into the Marvel universe, if they are going to reboot it or what. Because I mean, it there's still like no like thoughts on how it's gonna be done. It's still being worked on, but I'm pleasantly enjoying the ride.
I have a question for y'all. Do y'all know how what was supposed to happen, allegedly, supposedly supposed to happen in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Do you know about that cut storyline or no?
No.
No idea.
So the cut storyline, as I understand it, is Kang was going to make a deal to release Ant-Man's daughter in exchange for the relic, and he was going to go back on his deal. There, you can kind of catch the weirdness of when Scott gets angry. We had a deal, Kang. Like it's weirdly out of place just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's because the initial thing was supposedly Ant-Man was going to fight Kang and lose, but his daughter was going to get out, but he was going to get captured. I don't know if the Wasp was going to get captured too, but for sure, Paul Rudd's character Ant-Man was, and his daughter would be the one. The end credit scene was going to be her visiting Kate Bishop and beginning to form a team so she could go back and save her dad. That was supposedly the initial plan that got scrapped from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Do you think would we have rather have seen the new Young Avengers form to save Ant-Man, or just this new iteration that we're going to end up getting? What do you guys think you should have done, should have happened, or what would you have preferred?
Mm,
I'm good with what we got, honestly.
yeah, I'm good with what we got.
Yeah, because whatever happened there led us here. So I don't know. I'll take one more Quantumania if I can have like 5 more than Marvels. Like it's honestly, I was able to handle it. The cats helped. The fact that there were so many cats really did help. I'm really easy to please, honestly. And this movie, like, they hit every spot, like a nice comfort food. When you asked, do you know what we were supposed to get? I was 1 second away from saying the Batgirl movie. Yeah, but
My God,
which, by the way, did you hear the thing about the
Looney
Coyote
Tunes
movie?
movie? Yes.
Yeah.
Poor
So,
poor Jonathan Cena.
yeah. Well, did you heard that a lot of filmmakers that had meetings with Warner Brothers are canceling them because they're just seeing what's happening?
No, good.
Yeah.
Fucking scared these assholes.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, that's a lot of money that they can save, so that when they decide to make the Harry Potter show, they can not make it. Remember what I say. That show's never gonna come out.
They need to prop up HBO Max with something. It'll be Harry Potter.
They're never gonna make it. Should we just score this?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I say 4 out of 5 is fair for me.
B, timeless. B minus.
Someone
B
always
plus,
has to fucking
B.
go on a different rating scale. Shocker, surprise.
Hey, bitch! I've been consistent.
We go
since
4
day
out of
one.
5.
Fuck
Dito,
you.
here it comes. I bet you we go B next week. Dito goes 4 out of 5.
Hey, bitch! Check the early episodes. I've been consistent. Fucker.
Yeah, on that one, yeah, I thought this is how we did this. I always did 5 out of 5. You do 10. You do 10 out of 10. He does like the letter score. I thought this is how we always did this.
It is. It has been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I changed it this week.
Yeah.
No. But okay, so that's the Marvels. Guys,
that's the Marvels.
Are y'all, dude? I don't know about y'all. I don't know if y'all can't wait. I can't wait. Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, guys. I can't wait.
I at this point, I've been gaslighted by both of you so much. I don't even know if you're being sarcastic.
I am. I really am.
Why would you be sarcastic about the Hunger Games?
Because who the fuck asked for this movie? No one.
It was a
Hunger
book,
Games fans.
So yeah.
Do you know a Hunger Games fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Dude, since the last one came out, I have not heard a single. You know what I've never heard? Dude, I want to rewatch the Hunger Games series. Or man,
I actually like the Hunger Games series.
Bro, the Hunger Games series are being replayed in theaters right now, and they're full. Like, I tried to get tickets for the second one because I really like the second one. It was full. People want to watch this.
Is this like Twilight where I don't understand them?
No,
it's 2023, and you don't get Twilight. Like,
Twilight fucking blows compared to the Hunger Games.
No, but I never understood the appeal of the Hunger Games. Like, I watched them and I'm like, this is fine. Like, the first two were good. I didn't like the last two. They were too dragged out.
I just didn't like that they cut the last book into 2 fucking parts.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
I was like,
that was Harry Potter's fault.
Yeah, it was Harry Potter's fault. Like a lot of things are. Yeah, so next week that's that, or counter offer. the new Scott Pilgrim anime comes out this Friday.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh
How many
yeah. Well,
episodes
we
is-
haven't heard shit about it because no one's allowed to fucking promote it.
Now they can.
Let me see.
It's
Scott
called
Pilgrim
Scott
takes
Pilgrim
off.
Takes Off.
Let me see. How long are the episodes and how many episodes are there?
Good question. I believe they are
8 episodes. I can
eight
bulldoze
episodes.
through that. Fuck it.
I'm guessing like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Fuck it. Ferny, do you want to review? So I'm assuming Chema wants to review Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Am I right?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay. Ferny, do you want to review the Hunger Games movie or not?
I mean, if I watch it, dude, it's just if I have a chance.
I'll most
Let's
likely
do-
watch it, so we can do that too if it's fine.
We also got to do an 11 count because some shit just hit the fan with WWE, but that's for next week's episode.
Yeah,
What is
y'all can
that?
do that one. Yeah. Yeah, y'all can do that one. That one I don't know what's happening in there.
I'm
Right.
sorry, you like grown men in tights
Hitting
wrestling.
each other, slapping each
Chema.
other. All greased up and oily.
Jesus,
Meaty
you don't know
men
fucking.
slapping meat.
You don't know good TV when you see it. You wouldn't know it if a bulge was hanging in your face.
I,
Fernie, hit the outro.
Hey, everybody! Thank you for joining us for the Rollback Podcast, our review of Marvel's Marvel the Marvels. Please join us again. We need to. We need you. Eddie's on the corner a lot. It's not great. He's living pretty tough.
I'm living my best life. This
We
hair
need
has
you.
answered
We
all
need
my
you
problems.
to go to the Rollback anywhere you get your podcast needs. YouTube, Google, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcast needs. You will see us there. We try to put out podcasts every couple weeks. We have the other account coming up, so please join us whenever you have the time. This was a review of the Marvels. I'm Ferny.
I'm
Eddie.
Chema.
Wow.
Hmm.
Let's just cut it. Just cut it. God damn it. Just cut it.
Oh god, that was the funniest fucking outro I think we've ever done on this goddamn show.
Oh God, most likely.